Have you ever wondered how many bottles of Pepsi are opened around the world each day? Are we talking millions or billions? It may seem like just a familiar soft drink, but behind it lies a fascinating technological journey and a history spanning more than 130 years. It's not just a can of soda, it's a cultural icon, a brand rivalry, and a closely guarded formula passed down through generations. In today's video, we're going behind the scenes of Pepsi's production from the purest water to that irresistibly fizzy flavor. But before we dive in, take a guess. How many bottles of Pepsi are consumed around the world every single day? Drop your number in the comments below and let's see who gets the closest. And now the journey to decode Pepsi officially begins. Pepsi's story didn't begin in a high-tech factory filled with automated machinery. It started in a small pharmacy in North Carolina back in 1893. There, a pharmacist named Caleb Bradham created a medicinal drink meant to aid digestion and refresh the body. He called it Brad's drink. With simple ingredients like sugar, caramel, cola nut extract, and a secret blend of flavorings, he unknowingly laid the foundation for one of the world's most iconic brands. In 1898, he renamed it Pepsi-Cola, inspired by the medical term for indigestion. But Pepsi's road to success was anything but smooth. During the first half of the 20th century, the company went bankrupt not once but twice. However, thanks to a bold move in the 1930s offering a 12-ounce bottle of Pepsi for the same price as a 6-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola Pepsi, won over budget-conscious consumers who wanted more for their money. From that point on, the brand continued to evolve and innovate, from its formula and packaging to its legendary marketing campaigns like the Pepsi Generation and Pepsi Challenge. Yet behind those iconic campaigns, what truly turned Pepsi into a global phenomenon lies in its consistent flavor. Precise production process and keen understanding of consumer tastes. Keep watching to uncover the secrets behind each refreshing bottle of Pepsi, where technology, emotion, and craftsmanship come together in every drop. After more than a century of growth, what keeps Pepsi at the top isn't just brand power, it's the ability to maintain its signature taste, no matter where in the world you drink it, whether in New York, Tokyo, or Paris. The secret lies in its concentrated flavor base, a special blend of natural extracts and flavorings considered the very heart of every bottle. Interestingly, this formula is produced at only 3 top-secret locations worldwide, with the version supplied to Europe coming from Cork Island. But to create the perfect Pepsi, everything begins with water, and not just any water. It's drawn from deep underground wells and undergoes an advanced nanofiltration process to ensure absolute purity. Only then is it blended with refined sugar, high fructose corn syrup, or zero-calorie sweeteners depending on the product version. One essential element is CO₂. Not only does it deliver that signature fizzy sensation, but it also acts as a natural preservative. All ingredients are blended in massive mixing tanks, where every gram of flavoring and every drop of water is measured with near-perfect precision. That's why when you open a bottle of Pepsi, that iconic psst isn't just the sound of escaping gas, it's the beginning of a globally engineered flavor experience, built on over 130 years of brand heritage and technology. Did you know the PET plastic bottles we often hold in our hands actually start as tiny test tube-shaped preforms? These preforms are heated, then rapidly inflated with compressed air inside molds to take on their familiar bottle shape in just a few seconds. At the same time, glass bottles and aluminum cans are prepared and ready to receive the chilled soda. Once the Pepsi mixture reaches perfection, the bottling process begins an orchestrated symphony of speed and precision. In just 1 hour, a single production line can produce up to 36,000 bottles of soda. And what's truly impressive, every single bottle and can must meet exact standards of volume, pressure, and temperature. This isn't just industrial manufacturing, it's micro-level craftsmanship. But is that all? Not quite. Before they're filled, every bottle undergoes industrial rinsing with ultra-purified water to eliminate even the tiniest trace of dust or residue, as the Pepsi mixture is pumped in under precise pressure and ideal temperature. The processes of capping, labeling, inspection and sorting occur without pause. Each product passes through an automated quality control system that checks carbonation levels, sugar content, and the tightness of the cap, ensuring one thing: every Pepsi you pick up in Berlin, Rome or Buenos Aires meets the same exacting standards of quality and flavor. After being sealed and labeled with near flawless precision, the bottles head to the final inspection area where they're scrutinized under the strictest food safety and aesthetic standards. Using advanced sensor technology, everything is measured: internal pressure, bubble consistency, color tone, label placement, and cap seal. Even the tiniest flaw, like a small scratch, results in the bottle being immediately removed from the line. Because for Pepsi, even one defective product means a lost opportunity to deliver a perfect experience. Once they pass this rigorous quality check, Pepsi bottles are grouped into multi-packs, stacked onto automated pallets, and moved to storage zones ready for distribution. On average, over 150 trucks loaded with Pepsi leave the factory every day, traveling hundreds of miles to reach supermarkets, convenience stores, restaurants, and even music festivals and sporting events across the globe. But did you know it's not just the flavor packaging can also shape the entire drinking experience? In the next segment, we'll explore a curious question. Does Pepsi taste better from a glass bottle, a PET plastic bottle, or an aluminum can? And what exactly happens inside each type of packaging that alters the taste, even though the formula stays the same? Drop a comment below. How many Pepsi trucks do you think leave the factory each day? Take a guess and see who gets it right. Have you ever wondered why, even though it's all the same Pepsi, some people swear by glass bottles while others prefer cans or PET bottles? Is it true that packaging changes how we perceive taste, or is it all in our heads? The truth is, each type of packaging influences the drinking experience in its own unique way. The glass bottle, an icon of nostalgia, not only retains carbonation better thanks to its non-porous nature, but also keeps beverages colder longer. When your lips touch the thick, chilled rim, the Pepsi often feels crisper and more intense. For purists, it's the irreplaceable choice. Then there's the aluminum can, lightweight, convenient, and fast, chilling, perfect for outdoor events or any time you need a quick refresh. However, some people claim the internal polymer lining of the can subtly affects the taste, though this remains a topic of debate. PET plastic bottles, the most common packaging in the world, offer affordability and convenience, but because they're slightly permeable, CO2 tends to escape more easily over time, making Pepsi from a plastic bottle sometimes taste noticeably smoother or flatter compared to the other options. So which one tastes best? There may be no absolute answer. But if you've ever tried Pepsi from all three types of packaging, tell us how it compared. Are you team glass bottle, team aluminum can, or team plastic bottle? Team. Pepsi isn't just a soft drink, it's a cultural icon and a pioneer in a marketing rivalry that has lasted more than a century against its eternal rival Coca-Cola. This battle isn't just about taste, it's a war of imagery, innovation, and connection with younger generations. As early as the 1930s, Pepsi made a bold move with its more for the same price strategy, offering a 12-ounce bottle for the same cost as Coca-Cola's 6-ounce bottle. What seemed like a small difference struck a powerful chord with consumers during the Great Depression. From that moment on, Pepsi kept pushing boundaries constantly, reinventing its logo, slogans, flavors, and communication strategies. Remember the Pepsi Challenge, that groundbreaking blind taste test where consumers sampled 2 unlabeled colas and picked the one they liked best? The result? Most people chose Pepsi. It wasn't just a marketing explosion, it was a bold statement from a brand daring to challenge the biggest name in the industry. Pepsi has never stopped innovating, launching new versions like Pepsi Zero, Cherry Pepsi, and countless region-specific flavors around the world. And beyond soft drinks, PepsiCo has expanded into the food and beverage empire with brands like Lay's, Gatorade, and Tropicana, creating a multinational giant that satisfies both taste buds and emotions. So, how many Pepsi variations have you tried? Comment your favorite below. Behind every bottle of Pepsi is more than a story of brand and history. It's a sophisticated, high-tech production journey. Every drop goes through rigorous quality control, from the water source and flavor profile to the exact level of CO2 pressure, all to guarantee consistency and quality across the globe. And a crucial part of preserving that experience. Packaging. Have you ever wondered why the same Pepsi tastes different depending on whether it's in a can, plastic bottle, or glass bottle? Glass bottles, with their non-porous surfaces, retain carbonation better and stay colder longer. That's why many fans swear that sipping ice-cold Pepsi from a glass bottle delivers the most authentic flavor. On the flip side, aluminum cans are unbeatable for chilling quickly and convenience, but the thin polymer lining inside can sometimes produce a barely there aftertaste, subtle but noticeable to true Pepsi aficionados. And plastic PET bottles, while cost-effective and easy to recycle, the material's slight permeability can cause the fizz to fade faster if left sitting too long. Regardless of format, Pepsi remains the top pick for refreshment. Now it's your turn. What's your favorite way to enjoy Pepsi? Share your answer in the comments. From a humble formula created in a small pharmacy in North Carolina to a global icon available in over 200 countries, Pepsi's journey is more than a business story. It's living proof of the power of creativity and adaptability. For over a century, Pepsi has continually reinvented itself, from tweaking its formula and refreshing its image to launching unforgettable marketing campaigns. Do you remember the legendary Pepsi challenge that shook the soda world in the 1970s? Pepsi boldly went head-to-head with Coca-Cola, organizing blind taste tests and letting the public crown the winner. It wasn't just a daring move, it was a strategic breakthrough that made Pepsi a household name among a new generation drawn to boldness, originality, and a spirit of rebellion. Pepsi hasn't stopped at its original formula. The brand has continuously expanded its lineup from Pepsi Zero to seasonal limited editions and region-specific flavors. It has even invested in other industries, including Lay's snacks, Gatorade sports drinks, and Tropicana juices, gradually solidifying its place in the global food and beverage industry. Have you ever been swept up in one of Pepsi's advertising campaigns? Share your favorite Pepsi moment or the flavor you love most in the comments below, because the Pepsi story is still being written and you are part of it. After all the mixing, bottling, and worldwide distribution, Pepsi is no longer just a soft drink. It's a stream of memories linked to family gatherings, hot summer afternoons, or even quiet, reflective moments alone. Behind every sip is a vast ecosystem of technology, human effort, and innovation. Have you ever felt a pang of sadness seeing a Pepsi can lying among unrecycled plastic waste? True joy sometimes comes from appreciation, not just for the sweet taste, but for the journey that brought it to your hands. So, spread the story, share how you feel in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as we continue uncovering the untold secrets behind the foods and brands that shape our world.